Hello, this is Natalie McLean, and welcome to McLean's Minutes. Mean Girls All Grown Up is our Bible study topic for Women's History Month. Over the course of the next few weeks, we will talk about what it means to be a mean girl. There's an analysis that determines or helps us to determine whether we have a mean girl problem, whether we are the mean girl, or whether we're one that assists those who are having issues. It's very important as women that we come together and we talk with one another. I can remember growing up, not necessarily being bullied, but being misunderstood. My personality is very quiet and introverted, so I'm very reflective. But I was perceived as being stuck up, or distant, or standoffish, when actually I'm just a deep thinker. So it's quite important for us to get to know one another by asking the appropriate questions and not being just a mean girl just because you can. There's one scenario where a young lady is isolated, and what happens is she listens to some of her friends talk about a party they went to over the weekend. And when she mentions the fact that she didn't go to the party, one of the mean girls says, "Oh, you didn't get my invitation?" When she knew actually she had not sent the invitation. But the young woman was set up so that she would be the one that looked foolish. So sometimes we have to get to the bottom of an issue. We have to get below the surface of an issue, and we have to keep the lines of communication open. Many of us have also been in a position where we've witnessed bullying, and sometimes we really don't know what to do, or we actually don't want them to turn their attention to us, so we remain quiet. At other times, we are that defender, the one who stands up for the one who is being bullied. So through the course of the month, we will have resources available for you. So if you are being bullied, if you have watched someone be bullied, or if you are tired of being a bully, join us every Wednesday from 12:10 to 12:50 in the private dining room for Mean Girls All Grown Up and the tools we need, ammunition for the battle. Just a thought.
Bells, make sure you sign up for the Leadership Development Institute for Women. The Women's Empowerment Conference is April 13th through the 15th, located in the Bennett Global Learning Center.
Carmesha, have you ever had any trouble in class and maybe wondering how you can get help with tutoring?
Actually, I have. Speaking of it, I might be struggling in math now as we talk about it.
Well, Carmesha, don't panic, because Gloria has some tips for you all about tutoring. Let's take a look.
Hi, I am Gloria Horton and I am here with Jordan Montgomery. And as finals are approaching, we are here with our tutoring tips. So Jordan, what would you tell our freshmen and our sophomores, as a senior, how to prepare for finals?
I think the best and easiest way to prepare for finals is to actually go to class and ask a lot of good questions. I think a lot of people are often afraid of asking questions because they don't want to sound like dumb or anything. So definitely asking questions. If you need to get like an accountability partner, because I know for some people, some classes are a bit harder than others, and you're like, oh, I don't want to go there. This is too much. I don't know what to do. Having somebody in class that actually may understand what you're talking about and what's going on, and somebody that you can reach out to if you miss a day or you miss homework is helpful. So that's also a good tip.
As a tutor, which I know you've tutored me before, what kind of kids do you see come to you? Do you think that they wait until the last minute, or what would you say to them, to come earlier in the year, or what? What is your advice on that?
Definitely to come earlier. It gets a little stressful on us as tutors because there's only a couple of writing lab tutors to go around. There's 4 of us in rotation all the time. And coming earlier would definitely give us a lot of time to work with you and your paper instead of coming maybe a week before it's actually due, where we have to, okay, if you don't have a thesis statement or you don't know how to outline or you don't have a works cited page, you don't cite your sources, all that stuff is something that we have to hurry up and rush through within the span of 2 days versus having 3 weeks to prepare for. You know what I'm saying? So it gives us a bit of more time to work on your paper. So coming in advance is definitely one thing I would suggest, as well as coming with at least some kind of idea where you want to go. It's cool to not know exactly where you want to go with your paper, but here's some suggestions that my professor gave, or I was thinking about this idea, or just having something to throw out there so we're not working with just no kind of foundation. That would be helpful too.
Okay. As a senior, a graduating senior, what advice would you give to incoming freshwomen as they would be preparing for finals?
I guess my advice would be to just study. I think a lot of people go in with preconceived notions like, oh, I've worked all year, I know what I'm talking about. And you still need to review some of that stuff that you went over before midterms, because a lot of professors will put stuff that's before midterms or right before you got to spring break on the test, assuming that, okay, we've read it, we've gone over it, and if it's not fresh in your mind, you may forget it. So reviewing is very helpful. Going to your professor's office hours. Most of the professors that we have here are very open about it and really want you to succeed. So they're able to host those office hours for us and are very, very open about it. And it's a small campus, so it's not hard to get to an office here at Bennett College, unless you're one of those students that are off campus. And then in that case, that may be a difficulty. But office hours are very, very important. They happen for a reason. They want to see us. They have to see us. They're in those offices for like 1 to 2 hours at a time. So give them something to do and show up. So going to office hours is definitely another tip.
Okay. Well, we would like to thank you for tuning in with us. Bye.
Jungle thing?
No,
Masquerade ball?
I don't know.
70s.
I'm really not sure.
90s.
Carmesha, I told you, I don't know like everybody else. You're just going to have to wait.
Okay, I guess.
For those of you out there wondering what Carmesha is trying to guess, join SGA and SUAB for the Ebony Soul Theme release party on April 8th at 8 p.m. in each residence hall.
Charter Day was yesterday. Here are some highlights.
What was a important event that helped build you as the woman you are today?
I would say one of the event that's coming to my mind, I remember the first time that we came here as fresh women. We were in the theater, and it was all of the sisters together, and at that moment it was kind of like an icebreaker where they asked questions. We didn't really know the answers, but we had to go to our sisters to figure out. I feel like that was a groundbreaking moment for me because it created bonds that lasted for a lifetime.
So what was your thoughts and opinions about today's event?
Oh, it was very good, very successful. The campus speakers were wonderful. The class presidents, I was very impressed. Each one gave a speech into itself, so it was good.
Carmesha, when you get to college, one thing you're going to have to learn how to do is get along with your roommate. And I understand you are only child, so we've been watching this little mini-series, Roommate Rivalry, and I think you should take a look so you can learn how to handle your roommate rivalry.
Okay.
Come on, gotta get in there. Hello? Come on, get out. Out. What? Can you hurry up now? Ugh.
So I'm here with theater major Tiana Gladden, who's been involved in a lot of these roommate rivalries. So what tips can you give us and the viewers at home on how to manage that rivalry with your roommate?
Okay, regarding the shower situation, there is a lot of dorms around campus that you can use to take a shower. Also being more patient to your roommate.
What about if you know that you have to go to work or your roommate has to go to work at a certain time and you guys can like work out maybe a schedule or a chart or something? Is that a possibility?
Well, absolutely. That would be a perfect thing for them to do.
So dysfunctional roommates isn't the only thing happening around campus. Can you tell us a little bit more about the play and production being put on by the theater?
So the play that's being put on is And So You Thought Your Family Was Crazy, and it's basically about the family who deals with different types of situations individually. And when they come together for Resurrection Holiday, it all spills out.
So we know the play is in a little theater, but when can people go see the play?
Well, there was a show yesterday starting at 8. It was free for Bennett Bells, but there's also a show tonight starting at 7, and the tickets are $20. But I would recommend you buy the VIP tickets that are $30 because it comes with meeting the actors and concession.
So is this an outside play or is it a Bennett play?
This is not a Bennett play. This is our very first professional play that we've ever done.
But what roles have Bennett Bells played in this play?
Many of the Bennett Bills are running the backstage, they're running the lights, they're running the sound, they are making sure everybody is good on script, off script, and etc.
Well, Tayana, I know that you got some interviews and behind the scenes of the play, so let's take a look at that now.
Hello, my name is Tayana Glenn, and I am the stage director for So You Think Your Family is Crazy. As stage director, my duty is to make sure everyone knows what to do on stage and off stage, on script, etc. It was very time consuming, but the play is very worth it. It is about a family who deals with different types of situations individually, and when they come together on Resurrection Holiday, it all spills out. I won't say too much, but it's very crazy, entertaining, and you also get a message out of it. I want to say my favorite character would have to be the mom, because despite everything, she tries to uplift the family and still tries to keep it together. On Thursday at 8 o'clock, it is free for Bennett Bells in the Little Theater, and I really hope to see you guys there.
So, Ms. Johnson, as it gets closer to showtime, how do you feel about that?
I am very excited. There's a lot of excitement building. The actors are excited, and some of them have never performed before, so this is the first time for many of them. And William Brown, who wrote the original music, it's so wonderful that people are very excited about hearing the music. So we're really excited about the ticket sales, we're excited about the storyline, and we're excited about letting the audience see our hard work.
Do you enjoy the feel of the play?
Yes, it's fun, to watch.
Mm-hmm. Who would you say your favorite character is?
Leon.
Wow, that's a tough one. I think I like Pops. Very opinionated, strong personality.
Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Weekly Ring. And I want to thank you, Carmesha, for joining me here in the studio.
Of course, anytime.
And will we be hearing more from you about the middle college?
Yes, you definitely will. Stay tuned.
Also, I know a big thing coming up for you guys that I think everybody at home wants to hear about is prom.
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course. Everybody loves prom season.
So do you have a dress?
Working on that.
You might want to work a little bit harder,
right.
because you definitely need a dress. So, Carmesha, you're looking into colleges now as a senior. Do you ever look on College Story Snapchats?
Sometimes, not much though.
Well, today at the end of the show, we will be looking at the Bennett College Snapchat, and we will have some photos from Senior Day. But before we do that, there's one other special tradition we have here at Bennett.
What's that rope behind you?
What do you mean? Wait. Carmesha.